The Wampa from The Empire Strikes Back. What's the real reason why he attacked Luke? Well, today, I'll be sharing that with you. Welcome back, everybody. I just wanted to share some more things that I found from a certain point of view of the book of The Empire Strikes Back. There's a chapter in here that talks from the point of view of the Wampa that attacked Luke. It first starts out with, the Wampa just living his life in the caverns, just with his den mate, with his wife and his cubs. And it starts with him going out and hunting for several days, to find food and bring these resources back to them so they can survive the harsh environment. And as he's done with his hunt, he comes back and sees all these little beings just walking around, all these little animals just walking around on 2 feet and riding the tauntauns, the things that he was used to hunting. And it starts with him noticing that they are in his cavern, and he's freaking out, wondering, hey, where's my family, where's my cubs? So he starts going into the cavern and looking for them, and he can't find them anywhere. And all he can hear and smell are the sounds of machines clanking and humans running around. And he comes upon a cavern where he used to live and used to sleep with his cubs and den mate. And he sees humans in there, and he scares them, and they shoot him with a blaster. And he, in this chapter, refers to it as light moving between him and the human, and it hitting him and burning like crazy. And so he kills a few people, screams, runs out, and packs snow into his wound to stop the bleeding. And then a couple days later, he comes back to get rid of them so he can take back his cavern and go back to what his life used to be, with him just living it up in the cavern. And he sees a small group of humans up on these tauntauns breaking off and separating themselves from the giant group. So he stalks them and then sees these 2 humans split and going off by themselves. So he stalks the smaller one riding up on the tauntaun. And as they turn their backs, he gets closer and attacks and kills the tauntaun and drags tauntaun and the smaller creature back to his new cave that he has found on the opposite side of the ridge. And while in this cave, he's heating the ice on the ceiling and sticking the human into it so he can carve up the tauntaun and feast on it. And as doing so, he hears some moaning and groaning coming from this tiny human. And as he turns around, the human falls to the ground with a thud, and he screams and roars as this human brings out a beam of light. And he notices that this beam isn't moving between him and this human, but the light is seeming to be controlled by the human. And so he charges him and has never felt such a searing pain as when this light passed through his arm. And so he roars, and the human leaves and escapes and runs out of the cave. And so the Wampa of this story ends up spending several days in this new cavern that he found, as he's gaining back some strength and healing up his stump now. And so he heads back to where these humans were, to where his cavern was that he called home, and sees nothing but wreckage, nothing but bent metal and parts and carcasses of old humans and tauntauns that have been there. And he comes to find out that nobody's in there, nothing is in this cavern anymore, so he claims it back as his home, and he is truly at peace again, knowing that one day his den mate and cubs will come back, and he has hope that they all can be together and be safe again. And I found this chapter interesting because I just wanted to share it with you. It's a different point of view, hence the book. But I found it pretty interesting, showing that he actually attacked Luke because they had taken over his home, so he just wanted to get rid of all the humans that were there. And so it wasn't nothing against Luke that, no grudge he held against him. Just the fact that Luke was pretty small and had separated himself from the group, and he wanted to start getting rid of all the humans that took over his cavern. I really enjoyed this chapter. It was very different, very fun. I hope you liked it as well. I'll be making some more videos about this, so leave a comment, like, subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video. Remember, may the Force be with you.